Clay County Sheriff Michelle Cook says since taking office, she's hit the ground running.
Yeah, she won the election for sheriff back in August of last year, but was appointed to the position early when Darryl Daniels was removed from office amid a sex scandal. Joy is here now with more on what Clay County residents can expect from their new sheriff. Joy.
Well, Mary Kent, though she was just sworn into office this month for her first term, Sheriff Cook has already been on the job almost 5 months. We sat down with her and her husband, who is also in law enforcement. Sheriff Cook says she's already made significant changes to the department, including increasing patrols when Clay County residents need them most.
Probably the biggest change is adding a third shift in the middle of the day so that during our peak call volume, there's additional deputies out on the street to serve the community.
Newly elected Clay County Sheriff Michelle Cook says that's just one of several changes the community can see happening right now after she and her transition team consulted with outside experts to identify strengths and opportunities for improvement within the Clay County Sheriff's Office.
When they came in, I told them everything is an open book. So anything you want to see, anybody you want to talk to, any questions you want to ask, I need all this information.
The group spent more than 300 hours evaluating the department, leading Sheriff Cook to create a new fugitive unit that also monitors sex offenders and predators. And she beefed up the domestic violence unit, making deputies available on each shift to focus on these cases. That and more done since Florida Governor Ron DeSantis appointed her in September of last year to complete ousted Sheriff Darryl Daniels' term. Cook's biggest supporter?
And it's given me an opportunity to support her career now.
Her husband, recently retired Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Chief Don Tootin, a 31-year law enforcement veteran.
Do you get teased at all that this is the boss here in Clay County when it comes to law enforcement?
Sure, absolutely. I've heard everything from the first husband to everything else. But like I tell everybody, in Clay County, she is the sheriff and the #1 law enforcement official here. At our house, I'm the chief of my house, so our house.
At home, the two have a blended family of 6 children, including several who are adopted from foster care. The couple says they make it work by keeping family first.
You know, we haven't held back from them. We go to, between lacrosse and soccer and cheer and, you name it, we've done it.
I think we've done a good job, again, of keeping work at work and home at home, and not overwhelming them with what we see and hear every day at our jobs. I want to take this opportunity to
It was trial by fire her first month on the job. In September of last year, Sheriff Cook was in front of the news cameras updating the case of a local 13-year-old accused of planning to bring a gun to an area high school. She was back before the cameras that same month after one of her deputies, Sergeant Eric Twisdale, died of COVID-19. And then again in September, Sheriff Cook updated the community on the coronavirus outbreak at the Clay County Jail that's now under control. She says people can expect quick explanations and updates on large cases.
I'm going to be as transparent with people as I possibly can. You can't hide anything these days.
She also says it's an honor to serve the community that was there for her growing up. From the time she and her family moved to Clay County as her father was in the Navy, to the thousands of times she walked the halls of Clay High School, now thankful the community has welcomed her home, she says, with excitement.
I played on the softball team, the volleyball team. I was the homecoming queen in 1987, which cracks up my kids. But the reaction's been fantastic. A lot of positive feedback. The funniest thing that I'm hearing, though, is you look bigger in your pictures.
She is hilarious. Well, Sheriff Cook says there are always naysayers who question whether a person is right for the job. She says, take a look at her credentials, her law enforcement career, and you'll see she knows what she's doing. You'll find a link to her resume, in fact, inside this article on news4jax.com. Kent, Mary?